Today, we're exploring the complex realm of canine emotions and behaviors. Specifically, we're looking at 10 signs that might indicate that your furry friend doesn't adore you as much as you'd like to believe. Dogs, just like humans, have their own unique ways of showing their affection and attachment. However, sometimes their behavior might suggest a lack of connection or comfort. Remember, this isn't about blaming the dog or feeling guilty. It's about understanding your pet better and fostering a stronger bond. Now let's decode these signs one by one. 1. We have avoidance. If your dog is acting like a celebrity, avoiding paparazzi, you may want to take note. This isn't about them craving some me time. Consistent evasion of physical contact, eye contact or interactions may hint at discomfort or a lack of connection. 2. Lack of excitement. Imagine this. You've been out all day and you're back home expecting a furry bundle of joy to welcome you, but instead you're met with an indifferent pooch who barely bats an eyelid. Ouch. That's not just a lack of enthusiasm, but potentially a sign of disconnection. 3. The non-wagging tail. A persistently still or tucked tail could be a sign of fear or unease. If your dog isn't wagging its tail, it's not because it forgot the password to its happiness. It might just be a sign of discomfort. 4. A dog's refusal to play. Now, if your dog consistently looks at you with a "you've got to be kidding me" face when you bring out their favorite squeaky toy, it could be a sign they're not feeling the bond. 5. Avoiding eye contact. In the dog world, a loving gaze is like a warm, furry hug. But if your dog's eyes are darting around like a pinball in a machine, it could suggest they're not quite at ease around you. 6. Unresponsiveness to commands. If your dog acts like they've forgotten the English language every time you give a command, it might not be a sign of selective hearing. It could indicate a lack of connection or understanding between you two, a sign they're not feeling the love. 7. Excessive licking or chewing. No, your dog isn't practicing for a gourmet dog food commercial. Now, we all know that a little licking and chewing is perfectly normal, but when your dog starts to give its paw a bath that rivals your longest shower, or treats the couch like a chew toy, this could indicate stress or anxiety. It's their way of self-soothing, like how some of us might bite our nails or tap our feet. 8. Destructive behavior. If your dog is acting like a one-man demolition crew in your presence, chewing up furniture, or tearing apart your favorite slippers, it might not be a sign of their interior design critique. Dogs often resort to destructive behavior when they're anxious or stressed, so if your dog's turning your home into a DIY project, it might be a sign they're not feeling comfortable. 9. No vocalization. Dogs often communicate with us through barks, whines or howls. If your dog is quieter than a monk at a meditation retreat, it could suggest they're disengaged. They might not feel comfortable or secure enough to communicate with you. Remember, a silent dog isn't necessarily a meditating dog. It might be a sign of disengagement. 10. Your dog is hiding. It's more likely that they're trying to communicate their discomfort or lack of trust. You see, dogs aren't exactly masters of disguise, so if they're frequently seeking out hiding spots or trying to avoid being around you, it could be their way of saying, "Hey, I'm not feeling too comfortable here." Now, this doesn't necessarily mean your dog is planning to pack their tiny suitcase and run away. It could be a sign that they need a little more time to adjust, or perhaps they're dealing with some health issues that are making them feel a bit off their game. Remember, every dog is an individual, and just like us humans, they've got their own personalities and quirks. Some dogs are social butterflies, while others are more of the lone wolf type. So if you've noticed any significant shifts in your dog's behavior, a trip to the vet might be in order to rule out any health concerns. Remember, building a bond with your dog requires time, patience, and lots of belly rubs. If you enjoyed this video and learned something new, please like, subscribe, and share with other dog owners. Together, let's make every dog's tail wag with happiness.